Well, I found the leak, so now we got to fix it. What we have here, new power steering, cooler, and lines to go along with it. All right, let's get into it here. Looks like two 10mm bolts hold the cooler on, and that's what it looks like anyway. Now, unless they're all rusted, then let's see. Let's see what we can get to fit on there. Hopefully something. Yeah, that's got to come off for sure. No question about that. All right, let's see. I might be able to get a 3/8 on there, maybe. It's not looking good. Oh man. All right, let's try a 9. Maybe we can get a 9 on. Maybe. Nah, 9's way too tight. All right, let's try this again. Nope. All right, let's see if we can get a wrench on there. Maybe that'll do it. Okay. So, got a wrench. Also need some pliers too, because you gotta get the line clamps off. Otherwise, you're not gonna be doing a whole lot. Let's see. Ooh. I feel like this bolt's gonna be a. Oh yeah, of course it's gonna be. Of course, yeah. You're one screwed up bolt away from a 10-minute job, right? Isn't that what they say? Something like that. Or one bad bolt away from a 10-minute job, or 2 hours. I don't know, something like that. Something along those lines. And of course, you know, because it hasn't been off of here since factory, it's going to be a it'll be a good time, I'm quite sure. On again. If I get it to get past the first knuckle there, I might actually have something. That'd be, dare I say, sure would be. That's for sure. What you doing, bud? Huh? I got Austin out here with me. He's playing around with the tractor. What are you doing? Just nothing. Just playing with the tractor. Okay, that's cool. What? You need to use this orange cup. Why can't I use it? My orange cup, I guess, has been taken. Oh, maybe. Oh, we got movement. This is good news. Good start. Okay. Now the bottom one actually, which is helpful. The bottom one's a little easier to get to. This top one kind of sucks. Oh, now I got to get it off the socket. Yuck. Okay. Let's see here. You know what? I don't have to get it off the socket. I can leave it right where it is for right now. Because I have another 10mm socket here that I'm going to use. This is going to stay in the socket for right now because, yeah. Guess what? I got another 10mm. It's all good. Okay, let's get this bottom one off of here. And for those of you who are wondering why I'm using hand tools like a 3/8 ratchet and a 10mm socket and all that stuff as opposed to power tools, I have done enough of these little stupid jobs that power tools sometimes complicate things even more than they need to be. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, yeah, I do see. Okay, great. Okay. Well, it appears like he found Aiden's BB gun BBs, or airsoft pellets, whatever, and filled them up with the cup and then threw them in the yard cart. Awesome. What? If you're gonna go get a little bit more, okay. Go right ahead. Kids, man, gotta love them. Always doing something. Always. Always doing something. All right, now let me get this crap out of the way real quick. See if we can get some action going here. All right. All right, so we got the two. So just a recap here real quick. There's two Hi, boss. Hi, how you doing? So there's two 10mm bolts that hold the cooler on, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that in this, but there's one here and one here. They're two 10mm bolts, and hey, how you doing? How you guys doing? So those 10mm bolts there hold the cooler to the radiator support there, so they come off. Now, if this is an OEM cooler for you guys too, like it is for me, you're gonna have spring clamps down. One's gonna come off the back side of the power steering pump. The other one is gonna go right on top of the steering box itself. So we got to get those two clamps off, and then the replacements come with worm drive clamps. So we'll get those. We'll get these off first, and then we'll get those on. Let's start with that, right? All right. Hi.
What are you doing up there?
I'm working, bud. What are you doing?
What's that?
What's what? Those are headlight bulbs.
No, that's a light bulb.
It is, well, it is a light bulb. You're right.
It's like a freaking light.
Uh-huh. Okay. Now. These clamps can be a little stuck on there from years of, road grime and all that crap, so just be patient with them. Okay. What are you doing? Austin, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, okay, it doesn't sound like nothing. I'm gonna have to go back over this and watch this a little later on. See what my kid just threw. Uh-oh. What are you doing? Hold on now. Don't be throwing stuff. I said, don't be throwing stuff, please. Whew. Oh, this one spring clamp is on here, man. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, that's what you get for a 23-year-old truck with OEM parts on it still. All right. Honey, can you please stop throwing stuff over there?
Hey,
Austin, I need you to stop throwing stuff over there, okay?
Dad, this one's fill up. This one's to fill up.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we got one spring clamp off. Got to get another spring clamp off here off the top of the pump itself. I'll try and put the camera over here so you guys might have a chance of seeing what's going on. Hang on a second. All right, now there's one right here. There's one right here. Now my line blew out at the bottom here, as you can see. There's fluid and liquid all over. Go figure. Now those two lines tuck back behind the condenser and the radiator. They run down, and then there's this here. That's the next one. And this is the one that comes off the power steering pump itself. So we're gonna get the other clamp off the top of the steering box there. That one's gonna come off, and then we're gonna get the other new stuff on. Oh, I can show you. So the new worm clamps look kind of like this. Of course, it's on the other end. All right, now put the camera back over here. Can't hold it and work. So I got to figure out how to do something with that. We'll get there. We'll get there. Hi, what are you doing? Putting water on there. And of course, my little sidekick, he's here helping too. Austin, my little boy, he's 3. He's taking water out of the yard cart, putting it in a plastic cup and dumping it on the ground right where I'm working. So helpful. So great. All right. Hey, do me a favor. Can you stop putting that water there?
No, I don't want that.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. I know. I know. I just don't want to. Okay. Said every kid ever. I just don't want to. If anybody watching this live stream has kids, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, now I think this clamp's just about off. I think. I hope. Nope, I'm wrong. Wasn't the clamp, it was the clamp and the hose all at the same time. Bonus. Okay, now we gotta get this hose. Okay, there went that. All right, now hoses are disconnected from the power steering pump and from the steering box. Beautiful. Now, the fun part. Now I gotta get it out. And that really is, honestly, that is the fun part, or it's gonna be the fun part anyway, I think. Maybe it won't be so bad. I don't know, I've never done it before. We're gonna find out in very, very short order though. Okay, so far it's not awful. It's not great, but it's not awful. Okay, we're moving along. Now remember, on the bottom of, what do you call it? I'm trying to think here. Is it a zip tie? Sure is. On the bottom of the power steering cooler, you have 2 hard lines. You gotta be kind of careful with that. I mean, when you're taking it off, doesn't matter because you're gonna replace it anyway. But in the interim, while you're putting your new one in, you gotta be kind of careful of that. Stop putting water here, please. Stop. Austin, please stop. Wash that tire back there. Wash that one. Thank you. Don't wash this one anymore, okay? This one's clean. Thank you. Okay. Now, somebody, and I'm not sure who somebody is, but somebody decided they were going to put a zip tie on here somewhere. Not sure who I have to thank for that, whether it's GM or somebody else. I don't know. But anyway, it's very not helpful. Very, very not helpful. Okay, so you got to kind of loop that out of the way there. I know it's impossible to see. Camera angles suck right now. But try and get this done because I got to go to work tomorrow.
Why?
Huh?
Why do you have to go work?
Well, unfortunately, honey, you got to go to work every day. It's not fun, but okay. Now, here's the old one, and there's multiple leaks in this, which I guess I can't say surprises me. Again, this is an OEM. This is an OEM power steering cooler. I'll get the camera and show you guys what I mean. Sorry. Hands are gross at the moment. All right, let's see. So here's the OEM one, and I mean, there's just pinholes all over this thing. Yeah, it's no good. So that's the old one. Now, here's the new one. Nice and shiny. Woo woo. Okay. So now we get to fish this back in. Shouldn't be too bad. That actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be to take out. So we'll get the new one fished back in here, hooked up, and I'll try and show you guys. So you can see the one. You got that one there. That's the back of the power steering pump. And then you got that one there. That's the steering box. So you got to hook those back up when we route this back in. All right, I'm gonna put the camera back over here again. Sorry, I know my camera skills are lacking a little bit. You know what? Give me a rag or something real quick. All right, now. Okay. Now. Sorry, I was trying to deal with my hands and shit there for a minute. All right, so what we're gonna do is, oh, where'd you go, Austin? Oh, hang on, man. I gotta find my little one. He's running around the truck. What are you doing, bud? Here, come here. You wanna come say hi? Here, come step up here. Here, come here. Come step up here. You don't want to come say hi? No, are you being shy? Don't touch that. Yucky. It's gross. I know, it's all yucky. Daddy's fixing the truck.
Why?
Well, because the truck broke down earlier, so I gotta fix it now.
And what's that?
This is called a power steering cooler. And what it does is it allows you to turn the truck pretty freely and easily, which is all I'm after at this point. So, now what we're gonna do is, again, you gotta kind of snake this back into place. You gotta be a little more careful with it when you're going back in.
I'm not going to move it.
What's that, bud? What are you doing? I don't know what he said. Not sure. Baby, where are you going? Okay. Still not sure what he said. Okay. So we're gonna snake these lines back through the firewall. Well, yeah, the firewall. The behind the radiator and the condenser and the support. And there's a lot of stuff on the other side. I think the ECU is there, and some other things are definitely conflicting and getting in the way. No question about that. It also really helps when you've got good visibility to work with, which present moment I do not. Kind of sucks that way, but gotta work with what you got, right? Let's see. Now, okay. Now once you get it past, now some trucks are set up different. Some trucks have a battery kind of up where I have the phone set up right now on the passenger side, and it makes it a little easier to get to. I'll show you real quick. This Kind of difficult to squeeze back in here. So, you know, again, here's your new cooler here. You got to twist it and bend it and push it, pull it and tweak it. You got to fish it through here. It snakes up behind the condenser, through here. You can kind of see the new zip tie there. Comes up through here, right? And then down here, there's the new lines, and I got to fish them around this side over here so we can get them hooked up. All right, let's see what we can do. What are you doing with my fuses? Austin, what are you doing? What? Oh, Jake, don't be saying that. Okay. All right, so that's Austin. That's my 3-year-old. Okay. Now let's get back to this here. Baby, stop playing with the fuses, please. What? Huh? Hold on a second, bud. What'd you say? So those fuses, I need those for the tractor in case one breaks. That's why I leave them in the tractor, just in case. That's called preventative maintenance. Well, you opened it, obviously, because you got the fuses out of it. All right, hang on. I'll be right back. Let me help him open this. Thank you. All right, leave that closed, please. Thank you. Here, which is a little bit of a task. I'm not going to tell you, oh yeah, you get it done first shot, no problem. It's not quite that easy. Baby, we can take a ride on the tractor in a little bit, okay? Let me fix the truck first. Then we'll take a ride on the tractor. Daddy's got to fix the truck first, bud. Unfortunately, Daddy's got to get to work tomorrow, so got to fix the truck first, right? Always. Oh, make sure you don't do what I do and wait until the absolute last minute for stuff to break. And then you got to hurry up and try and fix it so you can get to work the next day. It sucks. It's not fun. Don't do that. Highly recommend not doing it that way. It's much, much easier. Now, of course, this, I will say this particular part of things was not on me. This really did just kind of like happen at random. So that sucks, but it does happen sometimes. Okay, there. But yeah, no, like I said, don't wait until the last minute to fix something. Make sure you fix it like as quickly as possible so it doesn't become a problem where it's, hey, how am I getting to work tomorrow? Because then you're under the gun like me to do this, and that sucks. It's not fun, as you can probably tell. Not fun. Not the end of the world. Not that big of a deal, but at the end of the day, it's a lot more challenging than just having fixed it when you had the time a year or two ago and you just didn't because you wanted to do something else, like literally anything else. It's a lot easier to do it now. Or do it now when you're not under the gun to get it done. Okay. So yes, the fishing back through part is a little bit of a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna tell you it's easy. It's a little challenging. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Thankfully, it is some degree of pliable, but you know, be careful how much you bend it. Of course, everything else. Everything does have limitations and such. So you do gotta kind of take care to not screw this up too awful much here. Well, and again, these are pre-formed, pre-bent lines, and they have to go a certain way, and yada yada. Now, almost through here. Almost. Close. Really close. It's still not quite close enough. Whew. Yeah, getting these put through is definitely a bit of a challenge. I mean, once it goes, it's fine, but it's definitely a little more than I thought it might be, I guess. Let's see. Now, I believe, memory serves me correct, I believe these are under here. Again, memory serves me correct. It might not. I don't know. That's what I say, if memory serves me correct. So, okay, here's that. Here's this. Again, this part kind of does suck. I won't lie to you. Tell you, oh yeah, it's easy as could be. No big deal. Yeah, no, it sucks. Okay. But good news is it really is almost there. Just gotta get it tucked in the rest of the way, and then we'll be in good shape. But man, getting it back in there is a little bit of a doozy. Must suck. I don't think it should be quite as challenging as it's proving, but it's just me. All right. There's that. All right. Whew. I don't know where you guys are, but let me tell you something. I'm in Eastern PA and it is hot. It is extremely humid. What are you doing, bud? What's the matter? You want to go inside? All right, here, you want to go in? All right, no worries. Why didn't you tell me, babe? Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, now, back to this. We got to get this through here, through there, through everywhere. Lots of throughs to make here, that's for sure. Lots of those. Now, down, over, okay. Holy crap. No way it should be that tight, though. No way. I mean, I know it's got to be real close to the condenser, but there's no way it should be as tight on as it is right now. Let me look at the old one real quick and see what I'm up against there. I feel like the lines are about the same length. Just about. I mean, they might be a hair bigger or shorter or something. Maybe. Oh, you know what? Let me do myself a favor here real quick and unclip this hood cable. That would help exponentially. Okay, look at that. Yeah, look at all that room we got now to wiggle around. Okay. Now. Now that looks pretty good here. Not a fan of that part. I mean, it's close. It's really, really close. It is. But something's holding me up. And I think it's these hose clamps here that are kind of holding me up, holding me back, whatever. Somebody decided it was a good idea to put them on with the bolt facing the edge of the radiator cap. I don't know who or why. I'm not really sure who I have to thank for that one. Not exactly. Yeah, see, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge, I do believe. So this kit in particular comes from Advance Auto, which so far I seem to think it's okay, but the fitment is a little, maybe a little too tight, maybe just a little bit, you know. And I know that stuff kind of gets banged around in boxes and stuff and shipping and all that, but like this is a little tight. Like these lines they got plenty of space, you know, in terms of length overall. They got plenty of space to reach their destination, but the cooler part itself, the lines are just like, man, they are smack up against the side of the radiator, and I'm not a fan of that at all. So I'm just gonna ever so slightly bend them just to try and make this a little bit looser up against the edge of the radiator. Because let me tell you, it's a little too tight, I think. A little bit. You know what? Let me pop this out for just a second here and see. Let's see if we can give them a little bit of flexibility. Again, I'm not looking for much here, but something. Just something. This is a little too damn tight. A little bit. Okay. Now, I feel like that might have made a difference. I don't know. We're gonna find out in a minute. Now, of course, I gotta route the lines back where they were. Go figure. Hey, look at that. That actually made it way more easier. Cool. Okay, now, we're back. Now, I'm figuring, I know I have a bolt that's a little screwy to begin with, so let me try and get that one started. Just a placeholder here, nothing crazy. And then do the same on the other one. Again, just a placeholder. I'm not looking for anything too crazy, just something to hold the bracket up in place and kind of keep it where it's supposed to be. Just something. you know, and I'm not going crazy on these bolts, but they are a little loose fitting in the bracket themselves. So I want to make sure that they, you know, actually stay in place instead of fall out. So, okay, now, there's that. Now, what we're gonna do is, I gotta come around the front here and move these lines. So actually, let me do myself a huge favor and loosen the worm clamps on them real quick. And otherwise, it's gonna be a minute. Yeah. Oh, they actually weren't as tight as I thought they were. Tight enough, though. Tight enough. Okay. We'll pop that one off for now, just for the time being. And then this one, too. Again, this is just so that I can get them put in place where they need to go. That's really all I'm looking for at this point. Not looking for anything crazy. Okay, now, got the clamps off. Again, I'm only doing that just to make it easier to route and put them in place. Okay. Now, here's that. Here's this. Here's that. Okay. Now, we're pretty well in place there. Now I gotta get clamps. Well, I gotta get the hoses lined up to where they need to be reasonably well. And, yeah. Okay. There's that. There's that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, that clamp is almost perfect in its position where it needs to go. Okay. There we go. Get that one on, get that tight. Right? Now, I believe it's on there. Yep. Okay, next. Now, for the one with the box, I think I'm going to put the spring clamp back on it. It's the same size hose, same size diameter. And there's nothing wrong with it. So, I think that's what we're going to do. I know a lot of people are going to be like, no, don't do that. No, I'm doing it. Okay. Wait. Oh, shit. Oops. Dropped it. Go figure. Okay. Alright, we fished it back out. That's cool. Alright, where is the fire? It goes. Oh, yeah. Yep. Now, let's got this on here. right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't know how that can be, but I don't think it was tight enough. Well, plenty of spring to it. So that's always helpful, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Now, gotta get it to over the hose. Okay. All right. Pretty well over the hose at this point, which is great. Whew. Now, let's get it on here. All right. This one's got a ways to go down. To make sure you actually put it all the way down. Okay. Otherwise, it's gonna leak. Guaranteed. Okay. Yep. Alright. That's that. Now, let me get the camera and I'll show you what happened here. Whew. I gotta be quick though. Phone's getting ready to die. Alright, now. We got the one socket that's stuck to the bolt. Got this bolt here. This was a little bit of a pain in the ass to get to route those in back behind the radiator. Now me, I don't have fender wells in my truck, so made it a little easier. Just shot out from under, boom, get it up in, okay, and then we come down in here. Got a new worm clamp there, and then I used the old spring clamp on that one because wow, just what a nightmare. Okay, now we just gotta tighten everything back up, and yeah. All right, so yep, just get all this crap tightened back up here. Yeah. I mean, this stuff, it's real thin aluminum.